working the other day? Nobody's giving it up. That's okay. We'll do this anyhow, changes or not. So I'm gonna mute you. Holler at me if you need me. Sharon had a great question last time, so if you guys have questions in the middle of practice, you know to do the deed. Unmute yourself and ask me. Okay, here we go. Let's bust a move. I'm gonna adjust this. You're on your knees, you're in child's pose, and we'll take it up a notch with that warm up of yours. Elbows down underneath your shoulders, knees wider than hips, you know it. Elbows pull back, you're planting your hands into the ground, and your booty sits back. Start already to notice where your nose is pointing. You don't have to change it, just notice it. And then re-engage your attention behind your upper armpits. Find the connectivity to the floor, the planting of the legs into the earth, the hands wide. How's your forehead? How's your breath? And then let's bring our elbows a little closer towards one another, a little bit more narrow with your placement. And take the same slide back for 2. So yummy. Now adding on your diagonal, you're checking out right and left. Leaning a little bit right and a little bit left as you pull your elbows back in space. So good, team. Yeah. Cool, adding on again, elbows all the way together, flip your palms open towards the sky, plug down and puff your chest up. Your heart's coming into your spine and you're rocking right and left. Allow your nose to turn in the opposite direction that you're leaning. Beautiful, nicely done. Keep plugging down with your forearms as you go right and left. We're gonna lose a little bit of that heart lift, so re-tap into that. Bringing your heart to the sky. Allow your hips to sway in the opposite direction if you want to get into the low back slightly. So if I'm leaning right, my hips are going left, my nose is going left. Oh, yummy. Just stretching and opening that rib cage, spreading between the intercostals. We're starting to set up the girdle. Oh no. Oh no. Is everyone off the Wi-Fi? Yeah. Bummer. It's gonna pop back on.
Did it keep kicking you out?
Just this one time.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Oh no. Come on. Send the good energy to the Wi-Fi. Come on. Come on. Everybody's rocking right and left. That's 2 knee right and left.
I mean, I'm happy to stop my video.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
It's not likely to work from a technical standpoint.
Why am I muted? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I think it's mostly her signal.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
She's back?
I'm back.
What is Aaron on here?
Am I the speaker? Aaron is on here.
Can you like?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Him and then just turn your video off, and he'll be like the model for everyone, and you just talk through it.
Okay, let's try that next time if it doesn't work. Okay, flip onto your stomachs. And then plop your fingers wide to the side. Do your spider fingers, squeeze into your chest, and dip your heart down. A couple of those. You're on your belly. I'm just doing some fixing here. How do I take their videos off again? I'm spacing out. Gallery. keep going up and down a couple more. Good. You have 2 more times. Ooh la la. Very nice. Pop your hands underneath your breastbones, tuck your toes, press yourself up, plank. Downward dog, walk your heels out. So on Monday, whatever day that was, we did our posture working the lower body, so it was bottom up. We're gonna check out the legs for just a few minutes until we get into the upper body, just to revisit that and set ourselves up so we can really get into the thoracic and the cervical. Slowly release your knees down to hover over the earth 2 inches up. Bend your elbows, look forward, pull your shoulder heads wide to the side. Keep pulling your belly button under enough so that your pubic bone tucks towards your nose. Pause and hold. You can do it. Nice big inhale, nice big exhale. Bravissimi. Knees to the floor, nice and easy. Switch to your bellies and come onto your backs. Bring your knees into your chest. Let's bring our right leg over for number 4 stretch. Hands laced behind your left knee pit. Kick away with your ankle, you know it, dragging legs in. Whenever you're ready, you're adding that lift up of the shoulders and the nose squeezing up into your small ball. Take as many of these to warm it up though as you need. Yes, flexing your feet if you can, squeezing up and in, lift your heart, lift your sternum. Relax your head back down, legs go away. Squeezing up and in, elbows wide to the side. Shoulders release down. You have 2 more. Squeezing up, belly down. You're starting to activate your abdominals. An important thing to do for posture, right, is to have that deep core support. Although that's not going to change the setup of your bones. The fascia controls the placement of the bones. That's your last one. Let your head come down. Keep your legs in a little bit and then rock your legs side to side, just getting a little bit of ease in the outer right glute. Very nice. You can make that bigger and turn it into a roly-poly, kickstanding your elbows out to the side so that you can roll all the way over. It's kind of fun. Woo! Very nice. Let's plant our left foot down. Grab your right foot. Kick your heel in towards your groin. Plug your pubic bone down into the floor and lift yourself up into a half happy baby. Relax your heel back down, keep kicking down, and then lift yourself up. Nice. We have 3 more of these, so juice it up, really connect in. Feeling the tissue along your inner hamstring, your medial hamstring. You can even put your hand there if you want. This is your lasty. Good, and then hands underneath your right knee pit. Kick yourself up, rock and roll, slice and dice. Slice and dice. You have 1 more, and you're gonna cross your legs to come up onto hands and knees. Bring your right leg forward, please, so we're still on our right side. Heel pulls back, keep pulling back, and sit yourself back. Now's the time for your blocks or your ledge. This is my ledge today. So you can grab something like that, end of the bed, end of the couch. Heel keeps pulling back the whole time. Yes. Mute. Sheila. You have 5 million more. Take an internal with your hamstring, take an external. See which one you need more. It looks like I need a little internal today, so I'm gonna start there. Pick your poison. We're gonna do both, so don't worry. This one feels like it needs to go first for me. Remember, the medial and the lateral hamstrings control the rotation of the upper thigh bone, affecting our posture. The rotation in the hip socket of the femur head is gonna determine if your pelvis is tilted or neutral. Part of it, right? Just part of it. Okay, change whichever you did. If you did internal, do external and vice versa. Oh yeah. Getting a little bit deeper. Hang in there. This is a big warm-up. We're gonna get through our legs and you're gonna bust a move in the upper body. We're gonna pop ourselves up for a few in pyramid, so grab your ledge or your blocks, take them with you, either side of your front foot. Lift up onto your back toes, pull your front heel back, sit into your back knee. On your mark, get set, go. Relax to come forward and then re-engage, pulling your heel back. Sit yourself back. Beautiful. A few more like that. Let's say we have 5 of our most connected, juicy, thickest stretches right here. Yum. That was 1. It felt like 2. We'll say we're really doing 10, but we'll just count 5. Oh no, internet connection is unstable. Yes. Fab, fab, fab. You've got it. Just 2 more. I'm screaming. And 1. Very nice. Ixnay your ledge and your blocks, whatever you have. Plant your hands. Step yourself back into a plank. Have a moment to extend the front of your pelvis. Bend your elbows, look forward. Good. Hover your knees, tuck your pubic bone, pull your belly up, and booty goes up and back. Downward dog. Scope out your right and left legs. Take a moment here. Inhale, lift up onto your toes, and peel out through your spine. You're imagining that you're standing on your feet and standing up tall, even though we're more parallel with the earth. Hover your knees. Good, and booty goes up and back. Very nice. Let's take mini walks to our hands. Mini walks, mini walks. Halfway up lift to just release the blood from the head. Good, and then booty's gonna sit down. However you wanna get there, you're coming onto your back. Whoop! Left leg on top. Number 4 stretch, please. Kick away with your ankle. Keep kicking away. Drag your legs in. Anyone sore from Monday? That was a deep practice that day. We really got into our legs. Let's go for a couple here, and when you're ready, you're dragging your sternum up towards your thighs for your small ball shape. Lifting up, peeking through your shoulders down the back. Relax your head down. So this is a good question of posture. So I'm giving you a cue here to bring your shoulders down. That's actually creating more leverage. It's less about like a particular look, but it's also about relieving the traps, because those can gain a lot of tension if we're not mindful how we're using them. So it's less about being particular, but more about function. That's your last 2 here. Lifting up and in, squeeze, hug, hold. Lower your head down, keep your legs in, and then give yourself some rocks. They can be mini rocks, or you can kickstand your elbows out to the side for your full roly-poly. Hey, how about being a roly-poly for the next 30 seconds? Keep kicking your left ankle into your right knee. That's gonna add that connectivity to your fascia. Last one. Right foot goes down, left foot comes to your hand. Kick your heel down towards your groin. Keep kicking. Half happy baby. Relax your leg back down. Keep kicking down. You can imagine that your tailbone and your pubic bone are heading towards your supporting heel, so towards your right heel. That's right. You have 4 more, make them juicy. Connect in, put your mind right into your hamstring. Give your brain a break from all the other things we have to usually think about. All the ways that we carry the world on our shoulders. Who's counting? Do we have 2 more? Clark says we have 2 more. Thank goodness he's here to tell me. Fab. Okay, interlace your hands behind your left thigh, heel slice and dice. Kick yourself up and take a couple rocks. Great job, guys. You're doing it. Ooh la la. You're gonna pop it up however you want to go when you're ready. Cool. And then we're gonna step our right knee back, left leg forward, hamstring right away for this side. You got it. All right. I mean, I'm being proven that the flossing moves stagnation because I'm having a full-blown like ocean out of my nose moment this morning as we floss. So if I sound a little nasal, I'm just getting some openings to happen here. All right, here's the moment where you're gonna scope out if you need inner or outer hamstring. It looks like I'm needing inside on this side too. If we have any stuff going on with spleen, I know we were talking about that with someone on email the other day. She said this really helped energetically, physically, something going on with her spleen. If we have some PMS stuff going on, this is such a great way to give a little energy to the uterus. This is your last one on this angle. And let's changer. Turn your foot out to the side and take it back. Beautifully done, so nice. Or vice versa, excuse me. I know some of us did outside first. We're setting up our pelvis. We're getting ready to work that upper body. Let's go for 3 more. Nice and yummy, connected. Ooh la. Last one, so cool. And pop it on up. Take your pyramid stance. Grab your ledge or your blocks if you have them. Lift up onto your back toes. Swoop your heel back in space, please. And sit into your back knee. Great. Here we go for a couple. Let's check in with our breath here on this side. Check in with your face. Where's your sternum? Are you hugging your sternum up into your body or is it floating on the front body? See if you can imagine what that feels like to float your sternum. It's a great reference point. Sometimes we need to have points of reference in our body. That's gonna help, well, it helps me if I'm feeling kind of astray, lost at sea. Having places in the body to land that you can reference, bring you back. You know what I'm saying. This is your last 1 or 2. Amazing. This time we're gonna stand it up. You're not gonna be able to see me all the way. Trust yourself. You know you can trust yourselves with the internet connection being so poor. Stand up and just check out your posture as is right now. Very nice. Watching your heels, watching the balls of your feet, feeling the triangle of the inner and outer toes. The top of the point being the heel. Plugging down. Soften your knees a little more than you think. Allow your pelvis to drape down and scope out where your thoracic is sitting. That's your upper back vertebra and your cervical. So how's your neck sitting on top of your shoulders? Good, very nice. Take a nice big inhale and pull your belly in and then roll yourself down, letting your vertebra melt. So good. Step it back one more time to plank. I promise this is your last thing. You're gonna bend your knees quite a bit. This time bend your elbows. Swoop your booty back and take a twist. Yep, and pop yourself forward. Booty goes back, little twist. Just 4 more, here we go. Booty sits back, little chair. Feeling those obliques for a second. Giving us some more lift in the rib cage zone. Yeah, supporting from the side body, not just the front and back body. Oh, I think this is 4. I promise I won't add more. Knees all the way down, lower slowly. Bring your hands so that you're in a tabletop square-ish. Knees can be a bit wider than hips. Let's float our left arm to the side cactus. 90-90 your elbow. Swoop your arm across to the other side of your mat, land it down on the ground. This is your cactus floss. Bring your right hand on top of your wrist as an anchor. Pull your rib cage into the picture so that you can spread the outside of the shoulder. And then floss the girdle. Here we go, we're moving into our shoulder girdle now. That's primary. Shoulder girdle determines how, keep going while I talk. Shoulder girdle, the whole thing here, these muscles here have too much dense fascia, they can't operate in terms of contraction. They lose their contractile ability. So we're working to floss this so that there's then contraction to pull the shoulders up and back. That's your girdle. Let's go for 4 more. You can do it. Leaning yourself to the right. Plugging down with your forearm, lift your heart up towards the sky, and dipping down. So great. Last one. Good, and then nose over your fingertips. Same idea, we're gonna travel back on the diagonal to the left elbow. To the left knee. That thing over there. Pulling your elbow back and sitting yourself back. Nice long stretch underneath the armpit. You have 3 more. Oh yeah, that's a biggie right there. Can get so congested where all the attachments are right here. That's why I'm always having us work around the base of the armpit. Ooh, the more you floss, the more access these muscles have to operate, either contract or elongate. Both are important, right? We're flossing not just for flexibility, we're flossing for strength. I think I did 4. Yay, 4. Okay, let's stay on our left arm, send it to the sky, nice big T shape. Easy breezy, and fake out, thread the needle. Fake out. Inhale, lift yourself up. Feeling the support of the lower rib cage right now, pulling up into the body, scoop under. Inhale, lift up. Good, you have 2 more fake outs. Last one. Swoop yourself all the way down and through so you find the mat, shoulder down. Top arm can extend, but I like it kind of by my face for support. You're gonna plug your bottom arm into the ground and then keep plugging your bottom arm and floss with your hips, moving your hips in tiny motions to the left. Little baby motions to the left or any direction that feels good to you. Head is on the ground. You can turn your nose to the sky, a little twist. You're working the whole left torso now. Beautiful. Last one. Bringing your right hand towards your nose, plug yourself up. One more time for your big T shape. Fingertips on your shoulder head like spiders, 3 loops. 3 loops. Zip yourself up and back. Feeling the ability of the back body to contract as your elbow pulls back in space. So notice how the shoulder blade shortens here. As it comes forward, it's longer. As it goes up and back, the muscles contract to pull your elbow back. Cool, right? That's how we have our shoulders back in space. Thank you to the shoulders. Hands on the floor, tuck your toes, downward dog just for a moment. Let your nose go. Nice wide nostrils, inner cheekbones coming off the face, spreading into the sinus. Good, take an inhale, look forward. Hover your knees nice and slow to lower down. Yay! Okay, let's grab a ledge or grab a wall as you like. Grab a ledge, grab a wall. I'm gonna do my left arm here. We're still on left side, so cactus shape. You know it. Come to your ledge or stack your blocks. Plug down with your left forearm and then dip your heart. Oh yes, yummy. Nice and slow, easy does it. Remember, these guys have to shorten. That determines the range of the front stretch. So if this feels sticky back here, start again on your range. No need to overdo it. If it can't shorten, it doesn't want to go there. If we force it to go there, that's when we have little mini ruptures or injuries. And then it'll take us longer with our flossing to get where we want to go. Yeah, that's the reality, right? Stay with the reality of how much your body wants to move. Good. Let's add on, peekaboo your sternum towards your elbow, lift yourself all the way up. And then as you come down, make sure you support yourself with your other hand. peekaboo away. Nice and slow, you're adding a twist. That's gonna take us a little deeper into the pec. Yeah, lifting up and then lowering yourself down, turning your sternum. Good. How sticky is our sternum today? That's a question we want to check out. Is it smushing into our body or can it float? Last two, please. And we'll change sides here in a moment. Good, while we're here, should we do some cranks? Let's stay on this side. Come to your ledge with your elbow if you have your ledge. You can do this on the floor, no big deal. And swoop your left wrist to the left, crossing the body with the right hand. Oh, I gotta cushion my elbow. No use in being uncomfortable. Pressing out and then dragging across. So good. Let's go for 5. So zip in there with your mind, with your feeling body. Pulling your rib cage together to give yourself some more leverage. You have 2 more. In terms of posture, this stretch helps with the rotation of the shoulder head. So when we have too much internal, we can do this stretch to create a little bit more external. Okay, excellent. Stay your block when you're ready, your ledge. And let's try our second side. I'm gonna turn this way. Bring your right arm into cactus, swoop your arm across, plant it down onto the ground, plug your forearm down, bring your other hand on top. Widen your knees, keep plugging down and then dip yourself down, listening with your right ear. Inhale to come up, keep plugging down, lift your heart up into your back. And here we go, it's our right shoulder girdle. Setting up. Can you sense how the girdle is not just like up here in the shoulders, but comes all the way down into the rib cage? Yeah, right. That's the whole shelf, the feeling of the shelf, where our heart and our lungs find support. We've got a few more hang in there because I gave you a full-blown lecture on the first side. You can do it. Stay with yourself, belly to spine for leverage. Oh yeah, here we go. You've got 3 more. Soften through your hip flexors, but use your legs to plug into earth. Remembering that the whole thing's interconnected. Very cool. Starting up over your hands, upper left diagonal. Pull yourself back on the right diagonal. Inhale to come forward. Knees can get wider if you need, and we're going after this conglomeration of all these beautiful attachments. Maybe it's Grand Central in New York. That's Grand Central, and our hips are 14th Street, Union Square, something like that. Many paths converge here. Okay, you have 2 more. I know you love my cheesy analogies. Okay, basta. Bring your left hand underneath your nose, right arm to the sky. Nice big T shape. Good. Fake out, thread the needle, loop it through. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to scoop. Inhale to lift up. You have 2 more times. Curling through your rib cage. And 1 more lifting up. Okay, you get to thread the needle all the way to the floor this time. Plug your arm into the earth. And then rock your hips as you plug your arm. You're gently moving your pelvis to the right. To the right, just for a few. You have 3 more. Any direction will do. Keep plugging your right arm into the ground. If you added the twist, you're peeking up towards the left shoulder. 2 more times. Let your hips move. Last one. Bring your hand towards your nose. That's the left hand underneath your nose, right arm to the sky. Oh yeah, fingertips on your shoulder head like spider, and then zip yourself around for a couple loops. Feeling the contraction of the right infraspinatus, supraspinatus, subscap, all contracting on the back. Teres major, teres minor, all those guys elongating and shortening. Full capacity. This is your last one. Pop your hand down. You have a little downward dog moment to scope your shoulders out. Let your head go. Check out the base of your neck. Soften through your knees. Good. And then slowly lowering your knees to the ground. Okay, ledge, round two. Round two, ledge, round two. Pop your ledge in gear. Bring your right arm onto your ledge. Plug down with your arm. Keep plugging down and dip your heart. Oh yeah. I think I'm smiling because I just love this one so much. It's really helping separate the compression of the shoulder head and between the sternum, right? So we're flossing this. It also allows this tissue to be juicy and to contract as needed. So we can push things, we can pick things up, all of that good stuff. It's gonna open and spread the chest, right? When we're standing. If that tissue here isn't compressing inward, it's gonna allow us to open the front of our chest. Here we go for two more like this. Watching your range again always. And then peekaboo your sternum up towards your elbow pit. Hello. Squeeze your forearm down and in towards your heart. Lean yourself away. Peekaboo left. Inhale, looking up and right. Keep squeezing in and down with your arm, lowering yourself nice and slow. Ooh la la. Let's do three more. We can. Nice and easy does it. Very mindful here. Spreading in the armpit and affecting the lymph underneath the front of the armpit here. Whew. Cool, you're almost there. You have one more. Fab. Cool. Pop your elbow on your pillow or whatever you got. Blocks on the floor works too. Swoop your right wrist to the right and then crank it over. Yummy. We've got 8 here, or 6. Let's go for 8. Most of us have thicker tissue in this rotator cuff anyhow, so if we do a couple extra. Oh yeah, getting that external rotation to happen. Very nice. Let's take 2 strengths at the end here. So come to your end range. You just finished your floss. Now you're gonna strength train it up and back to the right. Woo! Relax to come back down. Strength train it up and back. So after we floss, we can strength train. You're creating space for the muscle to take back the real estate. Capiche? That's what Bob used to say. Take back the real estate. I love that. It's really helpful. Okay, switch sides. We didn't do strength on the first side, so let's try it here. I'm gonna change so you can see me. Your left hand's coming towards your midline to start. Bring your right hand on top. Strengthen up and back to the left. You have 3 or 4. Connect in with that rotator cuff zone. We all think it's one, like it's explained to us as if it's one thing, but there's like 8 muscle groups involved in the rotator cuff, right, Clark? There's a lot going on. Good, you have 1 or 2 more here. Swooping yourself up and back. Oh yeah. Okay. We have a big moment for our traps. So we're gonna really work the very top of the girdle here. So we worked our lower girdle, we worked our shoulder head, Now we're coming into the upper traps to really give you that extension. This is flexion of the upper body of the girdle, and this is extension. So we want extension if we can have it. That means all systems go, right? That's everything operating well. You're gonna wanna come to a wall or have a very solid ledge. Hopefully this is solid enough for me. I'll show you first. Don't go before you know it. If you know thymus roll down, you can go right to it. So my feet are coming up on my ledge. I'm gonna roll myself up into a supported shoulder stand. I'm gonna plug down with my elbows. I keep plugging down with my elbows the whole time, and then I'm gonna lower myself down. Clark, you can come use this with me if you want. Lift yourself up, plug down with your elbows. Keep plugging down, lowering yourself down, rolling through your vertebrae one at a time to come to the floor. There you go. Sure you don't want a mat? Come right here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna watch you here. I'm gonna watch you here for a couple more. So feet on the wall. You're plugging your arms down. Keep plugging down and then roll yourself down nice and slow. So good. You got it. You got it, you got it, you got it. Plugging down with your forearms, keep plugging down. You have 2 or 3 more left as you can. Your hands can be flat on your sides, like so, or your elbows can be here. You can also try your arms above your head, plugging your arms down into the ground. You're almost there. This is very interesting thing to think about as you're working the traps. My friend Mason this morning was mentioning how we tend to carry the world on our shoulders. So you're relieving whatever responsibility that you're carrying that's not necessary. So you can let that go. You have your last one here. Last one here. Very nice. And rest with your legs up the wall. If you need to do that, rest with your legs up the wall for 2 seconds. 2-3 seconds. Very nice. Take a nice easy twist, scoot yourself away from the wall a little bit and twisting right and left. Twisting right and left. Any kind of twist you want. Any twist you want. Nice and easy. Releasing the stress of the vertebra, holding us up all the time. Good. Rock your legs to the other side. Easy twist. Very nice. Sit yourself up. Come onto your pillow, etc. Coming onto your pillow. And we're gonna work the front of our neck a little bit. This always helps me with this. So like I explained how our posture is set up kind of funny if our pelvis is flexed or tucked. On either way, it usually creates a forward neck syndrome. Some of us would have a back neck syndrome, but it's less common. So what I find helps with bringing the head back to neutral is strengthening the front of the neck. So we're gonna stack our hands like so, pop them under your chin, lift your chin up to start, and we're gonna strengthen down. So gently resist as your chin plugs your hands down towards your sternum. Relax to come up, plug your hands upwards into your chin, and then use your chin to press your hands down towards your heart. You got it. Lift yourself up. Let's do 2 or 3 more. Take your time. Strengthening down. Opening the back of the neck. At the base of your strengthen, you can feel the back of the neck stretch. And then lift yourself up. Squeezing your chin down into your hands. Elbows are high to support the collarbone. One more time. Opening the back of the neck as you pull the chin down towards your sternum. Stay down this time. Keep squeezing down with your chin, and very easy does it here, lifting your chin up with your hands. Easy, easy, easy. Only go as far as your neck is happy about it. Relax yourself down. Let's do 2 more, nice and easy. Beautiful. One more time. Using your hands to lift your chin up. Chin is resisting down slightly. Very nice. Keep your gaze up. Interlace your fingers. Pop your hands behind your head this time. My ponytail's in the way, but I'm going to make it work. Your head goes backwards. Your hands pull forward just slightly, resisting back with your head. Keep resisting back gently, and then curl yourself forward with your hands. Very light, very gentle. You have 2 more times. Head goes backwards. Look up. Hands pull your head as it gently resists forward. 1 more. Head goes backwards. Hands pull your head forward. Yum. Nice and easy in the back of the neck here. You're going to strengthen your head backwards now for 2. Head goes back into your hands. Gently resist with your hands. Lift and spread your collarbones to look up. Feel the support of your girdle that you work so hard on. 1 more time, going up and back. Last one, curl in and plug your head up and back. Nice long back of the neck, nice big upper body curve. Arch / curve. Stack yourself back up to sit. Tuck your feet forward. When you're ready, you're going to stand tall. Slowly rolling yourself up. You're not going to be able to see me again, but I just want you to check out the stacking of your pelvis, your spine, and your legs plugging into the ground. Hopefully there's a little less weight on your shoulders. Let your knees be soft, let your tailbone drape. See if you can match the feeling in the front of the sternum to the back of the sacrum. The hanging sensation in both places. So amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that wasn't too much trouble with the Wi-Fi. If you couldn't see me part of the time, I'm going to send a link out to this recording. So you'll have it all for later. And I hope you have a great weekend. You can unmute yourselves if you want.
I would appreciate it. I couldn't find it. Sheila.
Oh, okay. We'll send you a link, Sheila.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a good weekend.
You too. I think a few people couldn't see me. People are like, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Could you not?
Hey, Bonnie, do you have time for a quick question?
Of course, babe. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I have a question about doing some of this work and lactic acid buildup.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
just how, I'm just curious what your feeling is on that.
Are you feeling like you're having a lot of buildup?
Sometimes in certain positions, especially when we do stuff with the quad, and then on one side of my arm, which has a rotator cuff issue, I feel the sort of lactic acid buildup come up really quickly, and I don't know if that's like contraindicated to what we're trying to work on, and if that's like not good for the lymphatic system, and so then I'm going, oh shit, am I doing it wrong? So I thought I'd ask.
That's a great question. I think what happened to me is that I exposed a lot of buildup that my tissue was holding. So you could be experiencing like a detox of what your body has been hanging with for a while, and as you floss and change the tissue, your body is able to release it. So it's a very personal thing of like how much you can handle, and if you have things to supplement the release of those toxins, or toxins are just excess. So excess lactic acid, excess hormones, excess whatever, you can call it a toxin. It's not poisonous in any, it's just a natural function. It just means extra of something, right? So as your body is releasing that excess, like what else can you do to help flush it out of the system? Because you're right, the lymph system is then taking the responsibility of having to clear what you release. So sometimes I'll take bentonite clay or charcoal. You know, Heather in the room, she had green juice one day and she was like happy about that. That really helped her flush. Hot baths with salt. I like to do a little cardio. That makes me feel like the most ability to release. So I don't know if that helps, but that's my intuition on it, and I'm not totally sure. Yeah, for your body.
No, those are great suggestions.
Yeah.
If in the moment that there's a lot of a
release happening,
sensation, I'm trying to find a different word for it.
Yeah.
If there's a lot, do you find it's just better to slow it down or to just pause as well?
That's a very good question. For me, I might decrease my resistance, actually go faster, to create more pump, to create more circulation and cardiovasculature to help move that, get fluid in there, get blood in there, make it more efficient. So you're decreasing the amount that you're detoxing in a sense, because the more you resist, the more fascia that you're yanking on. So if you're decreasing the actual detox, but you're increasing the amount of flush, so to speak, that could help. Give that a try. See what happens. Let me know. Yeah.
I love that.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Anybody else have a question? Phil, you chatted me, but I don't see it. Was I not visible most of the time?
I think most of the time you haven't been visible. We see you, but it's like a frozen frame.
Oh no, that's terrible.
But the audio was great.
The audio was great. Did I talk you through enough?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then people could look at each other.
That's true.
It was like a podcast.
Cute. My podcast
Your
version
first podcast.
stretch. All right, we'll go with that instead of being bummed that we didn't have the visual. Some of you are more auditory though, so the visual learners are like, screw this.
It was kind of great though that like you could tell the people that have been coming to your classes a lot, and so then that was great going like, oh cool, like Sarah and Aaron, they've got this. Okay, I'm gonna just keep like going off of their cues, and then that was
nice.
Kind of, it made it feel more communal, which was really special too.
Very cool. Love that perspective. Fabulous. Next time we'll just pin Aaron and I'll just talk you through class. That'll work. There we go.
Yeah, I'll wear a wig.
You'll wear a wig.
Yeah, I'll wear a wig. Yeah. And some ghost flower outfit.
Yeah, and wear some ghost flower and we're set. Hopefully your posture feels fabulous. That's really the point. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Any more questions? I'm here for
Thank
you.
you, Bonnie.
Thank you. Have a really good one.
So did you record? Do you have a good video recording of this?
I think it got me. So it should load to the cloud, and then can you make a YouTube?
Okay.
And we can send it to everybody?
Yeah, I'll make it now, and then you can email it out to every. Do you want to email it to everybody? Or?
To the whole list, I think. So
Yeah.
that they just have it.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Repay.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll put it on YouTube, and then I'll send it to you.
Okay, you're amazing. Thank you for all your help. Thanks, Phil.
Yep.
Have a good one, eh? Kisses, bye. Now you can
Yeah.
see me, right? This is so
Bye.
lame.
Bye, Aaron.
What happened?
Maybe Monday do inside,
There's no inside.
like closer to the,
This is close
or
to the
closer
Wi-Fi.
to the router? Or
This
is that it?
This is it, right here.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about it.
Gotcha. How's Verizon? Or whatever.
No dice. Yeah, it's a problem.
No dice.
But yesterday I was on Zoom perfectly fine the entire time.
Huh.
But you can see me right now, right?
Yeah, but you're like